In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate. Dear students, how are you? This is Hazm Rashwan, and here we are again with a new online lesson of a Traveler 2. Today we have Module 3. We will revise Module 3, this part. So today we have 3A and the 3B as a revision on those two lessons. We start here with the vocabulary, or the most important part of this lesson, the vocabulary. Here I'd like you to give me the opposites of the words in bold. First of all, we have save here, and the opposite of save is, yes, good, it's spend. Deposit, you can deposit some money in your account or withdraw some money from your account in the bank. Refuse, when you say no, and if you'd like to say yes, you accept. Correctly, the opposite is incorrectly. Had to pay, when you'd like to buy something without paying money, you say it's for free or it's free of charge. That's okay. Now to the next part, the grammatical section. We have here the negative question. Negative question means when you start your question with a negative auxiliary like this. So when you say didn't you, hasn't he, isn't he, aren't they, didn't they, don't you, and so on. This is the negative question. But what's the purpose of the negative question? The purpose of the negative question, if you'd like to express surprise, when you are surprised, you can say, didn't you want to make it? Didn't you come with us? Didn't you agree with us? And so on. Don't you come with us? And so on. So this is, as an if you'd like to express surprise, you can say that. And as well, if you'd like, if you expect the listener to agree with you, you can say as well, you start with a negative question. So the negative question, when you start with a negative auxiliary like this, adding to it the pronoun or the subject. This is the, after the subject, you can put the verb. So didn't you want, isn't that the same as the cash card? So this is the negative question. The next part is the question tag. The question tag means when you ask a small question by the end of the sentence like this, like don't you and the question mark, didn't it and the question mark. As we said, the form of the question tag is the auxiliary. You can put it in the negative form or the affirmative form. The negative when it is affirmative here, and the affirmative when it is negative here, and so on. So it gives you the negative meaning like here. So this is the question tag. So this is the question tag. So why do we use the question tag? We use the question tag when we aren't sure about something, and as well when we want the person to agree with us. So when I say didn't you or don't you, I'd like you to agree with me, or I'm not sure about something, or something happened. This is the question tag, and this is the formation of the question tag. As we said, we form it with the auxiliary or the modal verb. Auxiliary means don't, doesn't, didn't, haven't, hasn't, hadn't, isn't, aren't, am not, and so on. The modal may be will, would, should, can, or can't, and so on. These are the modals. So auxiliary or modal, plus what? Plus the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun like you, he, she, it, the 7 pronouns we know. And don't forget to add the question mark. These are the 3 parts of the question tag. To the next part, we have the practice here, yes, and the next page, I think, yes. And the next page we have here, yeah, this part, yes, it's vocabulary. The first word is perks, and perks means things you are offered as well as your salary. So when you take some money or some extra money, okay, with your salary or in addition to your salary, these are perks. We have here gourmet, and gourmet means food of high quality. Head for means to go towards, and the pleasant means nice or enjoyable. Outings means trips or short journeys, usually lasting for a day. So outings means the trips. Firm means a company. Consider means to think about something. These are the vocabulary section in this lesson. And here we have another part about about words easily confused. The first two words are work and job. So work is uncountable noun. You can use it as a verb and as a noun, right? And it's uncountable, and we use it for general work, not for special. After that we have job, and job is used when we talk about a specific job with a specific salary, and you go for it every day. So this is the job. So I'm a teacher, that's my job, but you have to work hard to get high marks. I'm talking here about studying. I'm working now on my with my kids. I'm working at my yard or my garden. So this is the work. It's general and it's uncountable, and we can use it as a verb. Faisal has he started last Monday. So Faisal has a new job. Good. He started work last Monday. We have the employer here and employee. So if you work for someone, your boss is called the employer, and you as a worker, you are called employee. These are the meanings. So Tim Barkley is an of Fiji Bank. Has sent him to Suva last week. So Tim Barkley is an employee, right? He's a worker, and has sent him. Who sent the other? The boss, the employer. Office, study, and desk. When I talk about office, I'm talking about the place or the room in the company or at the place you work at. So this is my office at work. The study means the room you study at, and you do your studying, and you put your bookcase in it at home. So the study is a room at home, but you use it for studying, for writing, and so on. The desk is the piece of furniture. You can put it at your office or at your study or at any place. This is the desk, the piece of furniture. My brother is a graphic designer and has on the third floor of that building. So this is his job. So he has an office. Large, he has what? He has a large desk inside the office. But at home he has what? A study. That's good. The company and the organization. The company is similar to the organization, but the organization is more general than the company. So we can use the organization. The organization may include or consist of many companies inside, and the organization can be voluntary, or can have some voluntary work. This is the organization, but the company is investory, right? And it's set. It's made for financial purposes. This is the company. Khalid is a manager of a software company. That's good. But volunteer work, if when you work as a volunteer or voluntary work, you work for no money. You get no money for your work, so you work for an organization. um, that's okay. Now let's move to the other part. On 3b, we have here the grammatical section. We have the exclamatory sentence. That's good. Here we have what? How can we form the exclamatory? As you see here, we have the exclamation mark by the end of each sentence, right? So this is the exclamatory sentence because it ends with the exclamation mark. But what's the form or the formation of the exclamatory sentence, and how do we form it? This is the question. First of all, we use the exclamatory sentence to give emphasis to the meaning of the adjective, of the adverb, or the noun. Right? When I say how thrilling, I'd like to concentrate on the excitement on this movie or this scene, maybe, right? So how thrilling, right? When I'd like to describe a movie or something like this, or a scene. What's the formation of the exclamatory sentence? First of all, we have here how plus an adjective. So how plus an adjective, or so plus an adjective or adverb. So we can use how plus an adjective or adverb, so plus an adjective or adverb. So how thrilling, how exciting, how beautiful. It's so pleasant, it's so beautiful, it's so exciting. What? We use what plus a noun, right? Or plus an adjective and a noun. How a treat. How a treat means, okay, when I say what a beautiful mountain, what a nice book, what an exciting story. So we can use what plus a noun like treat here, or we can use what plus an adjective, then a noun. We can use as well such as well. It's followed by adjective plus a noun. So it is such an exciting story, such a wonderful place, such a long journey, and so on, like this. This is the exclamatory sentence. Let's go back to our lesson. We have here the class of result, the express result, and so on. It's not so important. Yes, this is the part we have here. Let's go to the workbook. We go back from the first part. Here you have to answer this part, right? And I think we answered it. Yes, we have this part. Yes, just to fill in the spaces with the words from the list before you go. Okay, before you go to work. Work environment isn't pleasant, and with your employer and new job, have to consider the other employers or the employees a good salary. Salary means the money you take by the end of each month. When you have a job, you have to take a salary by the end of each month. Then this firm, as we said, firm means a company. To the next page. I think we answered this question in the previous videos, and so on. Yeah, this is the end of our video for today. Hope you enjoy it. Till the next video, have a nice time and goodbye.